by Shepard, gain of 3 yards on that run.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Shepard comes out, and they're typical. They'll come out and just establish the running game a little bit too. But right now, because of the fact that they can do so many things so well, it's hard to get a beat on how Shepard and how the offense calls the game. I mean, they can do so many things so well. You have to defend everything.
And they're setting up their pass with good running, with a good rushing attack and good play action. Cooper in the shotgun, 2nd down and 7. Pocket collapse. Cooper cannot get past. He is down, should be down. Number 92 for Shippensburg. Danian Green makes the tackle.
Danian Green again. I mean, he's showing why he's an all-conference performer. He's able to get to the play and make a play at the end of it. So, again, another sack.
Your guy, Jake Metz, also in on the play. Forces him back to now be 3rd down and long, about 12 yards. 3rd and 12 from the 32. Cooper once again in the shotgun formation, and watching Larry Lowe, they're playing way off of him. And there it is, right to him. Incomplete pass, 4th down for the Rams. And what do you do here? You have a freshman kicker. Do you try it or do you?
No, I think they'll go for it again. The last time they were in this situation, they got a touchdown out of the deal. So I think right now there's a lot of confidence that this offense can pretty much do what it needs to do. They're up 28-17. You'll have Shippensburg pinned down again, so why not take another shot?
In that shot you see on TV there is big Mike Haynes. I know he was standing on it. You can see him from where I'm sitting. He is standing on the bench, and he looks like a giant. 4th down and 12. Cooper with the pitch, and he just swings it out to Williams. Well short of the 1st down. Raiders defense holds, and here comes their offense.
Good defensive series for Shippensburg. They give up the big play early in the drive, but then they come back and they become a little stout. You get Williams in the open field, you have to bring them down, and they do for a short gain, which gives Shippensburg the ball, and now they get a chance. You come in, you do exactly what you want to do. You want to get Shepard off the field. You get them off the field. You score 3 points before the half. Now you want to try to see if you can get back into this game.
Danian Green made the tackle from a defensive line spot there. He's been all over the field today. Handoff by Fournette. Cannot go anywhere. That defensive line just stacks him up. He loses about 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, and again, you have to continue to try to establish some type of running game against Shepard. You know, again, it's hard to move that defensive line. And you have, Howard Jones, who gets instant penetration from the snap, and that right there blows the entire play up, and that's what he gives you from that outside position.
Number 10, DeAndre Jones gets the tackle. Good pass to Harmon, and he holds on to it. Harmon beautifully caught that and was not giving it up. Good gain of about 10 yards on that play.
Yeah, Harmon has been one of the go-to guys for Zuli, and again, continue to see if you can move the chains. Brings up a 3rd down and about 7 or 3. Sorry about that.
And they were trying to strip the ball there, and they were not able to. It's 3rd down and 3. Zuli now in shotgun formation, looks over the defense, sees Tolson, or actually sees Dominic Dixon right up there at the line, getting ready to blitz. Dixon backs out of the blitz though. Right out to the side, and the drop pass by Baskerville. That was enough for the 1st down. It's going to be 4th down and about 3 or 4 yards, and they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, that was a difficult pass for Baskerville to catch. It was low, very hard to catch, and you have an opportunity, you're not able to capitalize for Shippensburg, and now once again their defense has to come out in the field.
Again, looking at the offense there, looks like they're rolling Zuli out a little bit more to get him away from that big defensive front.
Yeah, and that's not a bad idea. Zuli does throw very well on the run, so it's not it doesn't take away from your offense. It just moves the pocket a little bit.
Low snap, and Shepard was not coming at it, or they would have had that one. Keon Robinson drops it, picks it up, and goes nowhere.
Ball's
Is the
down.
Ball out?
Yep,
looks like
ball's
there's
out.
a fumble on the play, and this would be a big turnover if the Raiders can come out with it. And Chase Fleming says they do. Big turnover for the Raiders, and they are very excited about that one.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, they really needed this, and you have to secure this ball. And coming up for the Red Raiders, number 4, Ravon Cornish, comes up and just gets the ball out. I mean, he just makes a good play, gets the ball stripped from Keon Robinson, and bam, there you go. Shippensburg has the ball with great field position and an opportunity to see if they can put some points on the board.
Ravon Cornish, a freshman, 5'9" freshman from Central High in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, alma mater of the great Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Shippensburg will, you know, they get a lot of recruits from the city of Philadelphia. It's not far, about almost 2 hours from here, so it's not a bad place to come, and they are able to tap the city talent.
Sweep to Fournette, and there's a couple flags coming down after he goes down. Looks like it's going to be possibly a face mask on the Rams. Good. Yeah, there is a face mask. And that's on number 91, Tim Durant. Gets the face mask, 15 more yards, and Shepherd now has their backs against the wall.
Yeah, they do, and I'll tell you what, if Shippensburg can put the ball in the end zone right here, they're not only back in the game, they have actually seized momentum. And to do that against Shepherd, the number 9 ranked team in the nation, is huge. So they definitely want to see if they can get in the end zone.
The Raiders are knocking on the door. Zuli back in shotgun formation. Fakes it to Fournette, but look at Howard Jones. Howard Jones comes up, makes the tackle for his first tackle of the game.
Yeah, I mean, there are times when he is pretty much unblockable. And, again, you pull a guard on him, he's quick enough to get around most offensive linemen. He's just able to get around them, come up, he doesn't get deceived, and he makes the play. And I mean, he's going against a pretty good lineman in number 77, Jason Brady.
Jason Brady's having a tough game today. That's the second sack he's given up. Fournette on the outside, he's got blockers in front of him. First down for the Red Raiders. First and goal.
It's a good play, and that's the one thing I would say for Shippensburg coming out in the second half is to get the ball more to number 24. You have to get him more into the offense. He is such an integral part to what the Red Raiders do offensively, and he's a playmaker, so why not get him the ball?
Fournette's another guy from Cumberland Valley. It's actually not a first down. It's going to be third down and about 1 yard. Third down here, and let's see what happens. Quarterback draw.
It's a new quarterback,
quarterback in, number 17, Lawshy. He at least has the first down there. He at least should have the first down. It should be first and goal. Lawshy with a great, look at it again. He just puts his head down. He stopped there, but he keeps pushing. And he should have enough for the first down, so it's first and goal for the Raiders.
And he's a redshirt freshman, 6'4", 214, out of Caldwell, New Jersey, at James Caldwell High School.
Just what they did there is they mixed it up a little bit, took Zuli out the game. Zuli's back with Herod to his right.
That's right, and Cauchy is more of a power quarterback. I mean, he has a little bit more size to him.
And there's Herod.
And there you go.
Right in. What he does, and that's exactly what the Raiders needed. They score and close the gap, 28-23 right now.
And again, it's good to see Herod get some run. I mean, you're talking about a senior now. He's been through 2 different offensive systems, from the wing T and being a feature player in the wing T to being more of a complementary player in this spread attack. And he's still able to get in the end zone. That's big for him.
And I said that Jason Brady wasn't having a good game, but he opened the hole there.
Yeah, Jason Brady has the pedigree for it. He's come from Temple.
28-24. We'll be right back.
Mother Nature can be a tad unpredictable. That kind of disposition doesn't sit well with a train. Its forecast is as rock solid as solid rock. Nothing but perfect temps house-wide.
McCrae Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving your community for 75 years, and we're celebrating with amazing rebates and a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's peace of mind. These deals are available for a limited time only, so call today. Comfort you can believe in, no matter the season. That's the McCrae way.
It's hard to stop a train.
The band is hyped up. The Shippensburg fans are hyped up as they just close the gap to 4 points. It's 28-24, but they're kicking to the explosive DJ Scott, and they won't let him come out. And he wanted it.
Oh, DJ wanted it. I mean, I think his thought is, hey, I'm 2 yards in. I just brought it out, man. I brought it out and almost scored on my last. Come on, let me run it out.
22, Bernard Woolley was back there with him saying, let's just sit down on it. Don't take it. We got a flag on the play, another flag. A lot of flags in this game, a lot of penalties.
Yeah, it is definitely a lot of flags, and you don't want to leave any decisions to the referees, but
total of 13 penalties.
13 penalties
so far in this game. That will make 14. And this is going to benefit the Rams in this case because they have to re-kick. So it's going to benefit the Rams, and DJ Scott's going to be 10 yards out of the end zone this time. Right. So it's going to give him a chance to run this one back.
I'll tell you what, looking at the statistics, you get a chance to see, you know, the total offensive plays. Shippensburg actually outnumbers Shepherd 47-37, and they have more yards, 258 yards to 225. So it's a pretty close contest. The problem, and you highlighted this earlier, is Shippensburg's inability to run the ball. And that's big for them because right now they're 24 of 26, so 24 rushes for 26 yards. It's definitely not a good average. I think Fournette, he does well when he does run the ball. He just hasn't gotten the ball a lot, and I think they have to start trying to get him more touches in the second half, and they did earlier in the drive.
DJ Scott fields it on his own two, comes out and stops and tries to start again, but he's stopped by, it looks like, number 85, Daniel Wheeler, tight end from Lewistown, Pennsylvania, 6'1" redshirt freshman, and Scott's coming off. He said that's a challenge loss.
And that's good kick coverage. You just do not want big plays to give up big plays to Shepherd right here.
What I like about this is I know they're huddling on the side there, and most college teams are doing that, huddling on the side. But I think that the senior Cooper got in everybody's ear and said, yes, this is a game now. We have to come back and do something.
Absolutely. And that's what you want your senior leadership to do. You want them to come out as leaders and establish and regain momentum.
Sweep, play, and Kenny Williams makes a couple moves, gains about 3 yards on that run. So it's going to be second down and about 7.
He got more than 3. He looks like he's more like he got 6.
Wow.
Or 5 at least. And that's just him using that power and getting the extra yards. I think he was stopped at 3 initially, and then Jake Mentz tackles him and he goes forward for an additional couple of yards, which makes it a manageable 2nd and 5.
Second down and 5 for the Rams. Cooper in shotgun formation. He swings it out and he misses his wide receiver there. Missed Justin Ford right in and out of his hands, but Ford was open.
Yes, he was, and that was one of the few misses that Cooper has had today. He's been brutally accurate today, managing the offense and keeping things going for this Shepherd offense. And it looks like it possibly was tipped by Menz at the line of scrimmage. He is a very, very difficult defensive end to throw on because of his height and his vertical range that he has, being as tall as he is.
Third down and 5. Fans here at Shippensburg are getting loud. 3rd and 5, big down for the Rams and the Raiders. Out to the side, and there's the out and up that you called out of the range of McKenzie. Incomplete pass, but you talked about it. They set that up all game long, and it just didn't work that time.
Well, here's the thing. I think that, Coach Majewski, he saw that coming too. He's a student of the game. He's played the game, and I would imagine that the communication to the Shippensburg defensive backs we got to watch for that in the second half. Coach Cater may come out and try to get us on that, and once they get you, you're not going to catch them. So well defense by the Red Raiders.
Here's the punt. Jake Metz almost gets to it. Fair catch Fair catch there by the punt returner. In this case is, looks like number 36 is the punt returner, Corey Hunt. The captain was back there just to make sure he got it. Make sure you get it.
He had a return capability on that one, though.
He did, but I think on offense, I think they have something clicking here and they want to keep it going. And there you see the fans, they are getting excited. The band is playing for the Red Raiders. On the other side, you see Shepherd, the coach is getting in their ear telling them this is a game. This is a game. It's hot out there right now, but this is going to be a big game.
Yeah, definitely is a big game for both teams. And now you want to see, you know, it's the third quarter, still a little battered and bruised. You got a lot of football left to play.
There's the fake to Fournette. Wide open is Herod, who doesn't usually catch passes like that. He steps out of bounds at the 40, looks like the 44-yard line, and that's a play that they set up because Herod usually is not out there like that.
Yeah, he's not used to being necessarily a pass catcher, but in this offense, he has to do that, and I think, again, he's done admirably going from a wing T fullback to a fullback in this system.
High formation there, which is a change-up, tackled by Dominic Dixon. But a change up there is that you haven't seen that all game, but Dominic Dixon makes the tackle. Dixon is a 6 foot, 248 junior. He made a good stick there to hold him to about 3 yards.
Yeah, I think Ship has something going right now, and Shepherd right now has to try to get the momentum back. And right now, Shippensburg, a lot of confidence is coming out of this offense. And it's allowing your defense to rest on the sideline.
There's Fournette on the outside, but they don't go to him. They go to Harmon for a first down. Here come the Raiders. They're now starting to pick it up. First down, the Red Raiders.
And this should be no surprise to anyone. This passing attack can be very lethal. They can score points in bunches, and they can get yardage in bunches. And that's what we saw on this drive. They have gotten yardage in bunches.
Shepherd is pretty vulnerable to the pass right now. And that's all that Shippensburg is doing. And they changed the play here at the line, and Zuli is pretty hot on this drive. Zuli takes the snap, and wide open is, just missed Baskerville.
Yeah,
Baskerville was open.
Exactly, and what Shippensburg is doing, they're going to a 5 wide receiver set, which means you have to pull a linebacker or two off the field and put in some backup defensive backs to defend this. And that's not typically your standard situation if you don't see this as much. Now, I know there are some teams in the WVIAC that will run the spread offense, so Shepherd is accustomed to seeing it. But, again, it takes maybe some key players off the field, and it puts in some backups that have to man up on defense in the secondary.
And looking over, seeing what Shepherd is doing on defense before they snap the ball. There's Zuli, second down and 10. Zuli steps up and again open, touchdown, Jacob Baskerville. Beautiful 28-yard touchdown pass from Zuli to Baskerville.
And the Red Raiders has taken the lead in this game. And you've seen the momentum totally shift. Shippensburg has come out with 5 receiver set, shotgun formation. The spread offense is designed not just to spread out the offense, but spreads out your defense, and it makes natural holes in the defensive secondary. And Zach Zuli right now is hot, and he's picking this defense apart.
Kick is up and good. Shippensburg takes the lead. We'll be right back.
Don't throw your money away. Come to Mayhew Chevrolet, Sunrise Summit in Romney, or on the web at mayhewcars.com.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Mayhew. At Mayhew Chevrolet, we are a family business where we remember you by your name and not a number. Come to Mayhew Chevrolet. We will take care of you.
In these days of identity theft and fraud, along with tougher enforcement of HIPAA and FACTA, it's more important than ever to protect your client's personal information. Outsourcing your document and media destruction allows your employees to be more productive in their core responsibilities, saving on labor and ensuring stricter compliance with privacy laws. RMS can handle all your shredding needs. RMS not only provides on-site document shredding, but can also handle the destruction of hard drives and other electronic media on-site with no chance of recovery of any data from those disks. In addition, 100% of shredding paper and electronics is recycled. Call us today. See what RMS can do for you.
Welcome back to Seth Grove Stadium here at Shippensburg University. Jerome, what happened in the locker room during halftime?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. I think, number one, Shippensburg wants to go to their strength, and their strength is to attack downfield and spread out this offense. And that's what the nature of this offense does, spreads out defenses. I think a number two factor, potentially, over the years, we've seen Shepherd come out in these periods of almost a lethargic type of action. And unsure, it could be the heat. It could be, we're up and we're complacent a little bit. And we've seen it before. Now, typically they respond, and most teams haven't made them pay for it because they're not able to. Where Shippensburg, in this case, they've come out with what they're doing with the combination of what could be happening with Shepherd. It had the momentum changed a little bit. So now Shepherd needs to kind of hunker down. They usually go back to the running game, and they usually are able to reestablish themselves that way. And we'll see if they'll be able to do that today.
Good run on first down. Brian Sorber comes up and makes the tackle. But a good run by Rashid there from Detroit, Michigan. There you can see him. He comes up, and again, Sorber makes a good tackle.
I think there's a major injury on the field. Defensive end Jake Mentz, I believe that's who's down. And I don't think that looked too good there. He had a pile fell on his leg, and it might have been planted in the turf.
Let's take a look again at the replay to see if that is Jake Mentz.
On the left side of the screen, defensive end number 99, he's coming up, getting contained, and then all of a sudden, the ball carrier comes on his leg as well.
A lot of people came down on him there on that play. Yeah, he maybe it's a cramp. Maybe it's just a cramp.
That's the hope, and it wasn't Mentz actually.
No, it's the guy who made the tackle, Brian Sorber.
It just looked. I mean, I thought it looked like Mentz's leg was under there, but he seemed to be okay.
So yeah, maybe it is just the cramps. Again, it's a hot
day.
That's
the hope. Again, it's like you said, it's hot, and it's all about depth, and it's all about hydration. You have to be hydrated. And again, for games like this, you want to be hydrated the day before. You're not trying to hydrate now. You're trying to stay hydrated now, but you needed to be pumping liquids in you, putting that water in you and the Gatorade in you, the day before, so that when game time comes, you lose that hydration, you're able to replace it throughout the day. So cramps can definitely be a problem, especially as we're heading into the fourth period.
Sorber was able to walk off the field. Rashid is in the backfield, and now we have another stoppage of play by the referee.
It
might be a clock issue here, and that gives us time to talk about that last drive by Shippensburg. Jacob Baskerville, 28-yard pass from Zach Zulli, which puts Zach Zulli over 300 yards today.
Over 300. We talked about the keys to the game for Shippensburg, and that is momentum, and they want to bring that momentum in from last year, and you see it. They're playing at a very high level. The big-name players are making plays right now, and then you have to have that burning desire to get rid of that 7-game stretch of losses against Shepherd. And then for Shepherd, the 2011 nationally ranked defense imposes its will, and they have done that at times throughout the game. But right now, the passing attack for Shippensburg is kind of taking control and then silence that crowd with ball control. And Shepherd has been able to do that at times, but now this crowd is rejuvenated again. And again, Shepherd goes back to their bread and butter, which is their running play, when things kind of need to be settled down, and their ability to do that is huge. But Shippensburg right now is defending the run very well.
Fleming comes up, hits him first, and then Khatib finishes them off. Second, looks like third down. Third and 5. Big down again, this time for the Rams. Cooper drops back, and there's Lowe, and it's incomplete. What a defensive play there by Avery Coleman, who's having a great game.
He is. He's having a very, very good game, and he's matched up against some very good athletes, and that tells you the type of athlete he is and the type of athlete that Shippensburg is bringing into this program as well.
Beautifully defensed there by Avery Coleman, forces the Rams to punt, and now the tide of this game has switched over to the Shippensburg Red Raiders.
And that's what you get the momentum. You're at home. You're getting the fans behind you that's giving you even more energy. And you're seeing Shippensburg play some good football, getting back to their bread and butter, which is their passing attack that can be very lethal that we're seeing in the second half.
The captain waves everybody away from that kick. It's 31-28, third quarter, and you stated in this game, in this series, Shepherd has won the last 7. They've won the last 3 here at Seth Grove Stadium. So as a senior, you've never beaten Shepherd as a senior, and you're on Shippensburg side. You've got to be hyped up and ready to go for this.
Yeah, you have to be. And you look at the players to watch for Shippensburg. Zach Zuley is having an amazing game. Mike Fournette is starting to get going on from the running back position. Cody Fleming, we've called his name many times from the linebacker position in the middle. And Mark Smith, Mr. Smith, has been doing an exceptional job on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Handoff to Fournette. He gains about 4 yards on the first play of the series. And Fournette's starting to get the ball a lot.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the adjustments that Shippensburg needed to do, was get the ball in his hands. You have to get him
almost a turnover. Almost, and that could have been a major problem.
Absolutely. You can't get, you're up on Shepherd right now, 31-28. You don't want to give them anything. And, I mean, the second you get a turnover against you, they can turn that into 3 touchdowns.
And the lead is only 3.
It's only 3.
It's not like they're up double digits. It's only 3 points. You're looking now at a 3rd and long, and the Shepherd coaches are kind of concerned here, but as they're looking at it, they want to get that offense back on the field. 3rd down and long for the Raiders. And shotgun for Zuley. He's looking, and he finds his receiver, Kyle Cush, makes the catch, but he's short of the first down by about 2 yards.
Yeah, he's short. He didn't get enough depth in his route. Good pass by Zuley. Didn't get enough depth, and it's going to be short by a couple of yards.
Yeah, I really like the defense there. The defense by DJ Scott came up, made the tackle, made sure he didn't go anywhere after he made the catch. It's hard for him to go anywhere, but still, he made sure he wasn't going anywhere. DJ Scott now back to return the punt. He does everything, doesn't he?
You don't want him returning the punt. I mean, it's the one thing. You punt the ball away as a safe option. It should be safe. But I'll tell you what, it can get to this kid, and he does amazing things. And now we have possibly another penalty on Shippensburg for delay a game.
Delay a game on the Raiders, pushes him back, gives DJ Scott a little bit more room to operate. Back there with DJ Scott is the torpedo. We haven't called his name much today, Corey Washington. 4th down and 6. Again, punting. They're up. It looks like they're coming for it.
No, they got a return on, which is that could be deadlier.
Good punt. Ball bounces a couple times, but look at DJ Scott. 2 guys miss. Runs through, and he gets hit from behind. Gets hit from behind by number 4, Ravon Cornish, but not after a good return by DJ Scott.
Yeah, good return, and you're fortunate if you're Shippensburg to get him down. He's an electrifying return man, and I mean, every year they have someone back there in punt and kickoff returns that just has the ability to change the scope of the game. And that is one of the things that they will bring with Shepherd, is they have playmakers to do that.
We got a game here, Jerome. 3:40 left in the 3rd quarter. The 19th ranked team in the country is down by 3 points. We're going to run the ball with Kenny Williams. Williams tries to get to the outside. He goes nowhere. Jake Metz, that defensive line is all up there, and the ball is out again.
They're saying it's down. Shippensburg players are very, very angry about that. They think this should have been a fumble. Well, here's the replay, so we'll get a good look at it.
I've been very impressed with
I think that was out.
44.
That may have been out. I think that was out. The officials may have missed this one. As you can see, he's not down yet. Let's see what happens. Yep, the ball's on the ground. That was out.
Big time break.
Jake Menz smacked that ball out.
Big time break for the Rams.
That was a break.
Cooper this time hits low. Actually, incomplete pass.
Well, I tell you what, the Rams definitely got a break on that one from the replay. He was definitely down. So now Shepherd gets to try to make amends. It's 3rd down, and you've seen the Shippensburg Red Raider defense stifle a little bit. They're starting to really amp up the pressure and the tide has totally changed in the favor of the Red Raiders right now.
And the Rams' offense is out of sync right now. I think the whole team is out of sync right now. But they're only down 3 points. Scored 31-28. Third quarter, 3rd and long for the Rams. Cooper takes the snap. Quick outside pass to Frick.
Play. Oh, good tackle.
And he's going to be very short. Phil Boyd comes up from his defensive back spot and makes the tackle.
Good tackle
on big John Frick.
Good tackle by Boyd. Good, I think it was a good play. I think to get Frick out in the pattern, big, solid tight end, and that's a good play, and that's what you see. You know, Shippensburg has some athletes too, and they come up and make the play, force another punt. You're starting to see 3 and outs. This defense has got rejuvenated, and they seem to have made some really key adjustments at halftime for the second half.
There's the punt. Again, another fair catch. Do not want to take anything for granted. Shippensburg will start on the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and I think that was a good idea. It was a line drive punt. You could tell that the returner wasn't necessarily, comfortable in a return ability to return that. So fair catch. You get the ball to 21, no problem.
Look at the concern on the bench there for the Rams. Concerned, but again, no panic. They're only down 3 points.
No, even if they were down by 10 points, you're not going to see panic from this Shepherd team. They've been through a lot of battles over the years, and I mean, the coaching staff knows how to calm their players. So the thing is, what you're seeing, though, is you're seeing Shippensburg finally begin to deliver the blow, as opposed to counterpunching like they've been doing most of the first half. They come out the second half and establishing their blow now, and they're kind of forcing Shepherd to counterpunch.
Fournette on the run. He gains 3 yards. He's tackled by Robert Hayes and then also DeAndre Johnson. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep running Fournette. He's averaging about 4.2 yards, 4 or 4.2 yards a carry right now. I'll still give him the ball.
There's a fake to Fournette.
Oh, wow.
And they're going deep, and they got him. They're going deep. It's Zuli to Kyle Cush.
Yeah, Cush really, he got deep, got behind the secondary, and it was, I don't even know if they knew he was back there.
But Corey Washington knew he was there. He just mistimed his jump because he's right there.
Yeah, but by the time he got there, it was too late. He got past Corey. Corey realized he had nobody back there, and he got right behind him. And Corey Washington is not a slouch of a defensive player back there. We've talked about him. He's been a staple for that secondary for years. We highlighted him in the pregame, but they got behind him on that play.
Zach Zuli is way over 300 yards passing today in this game. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Nice quick. They call that the split screen, they call that. Real quick out to Sheldon Mayer. Gain of 2 yards on that play. So we're now down to a 2nd down and again about 8 yards.
And we're starting to see, again, you want to get the ball into the Ship playmakers. Just like we talked about the Shepherd playmakers, Shippensburg has them too. And you're starting to see Shippensburg dial up plays to make sure that they have it. They're going to continue with this spread attack. They're not going to change this at all.
Looking to go deep again. Cush with a catch. Cush is making himself a name here in the second half. Kyle Cush, big catch.
Yeah, one of the things that I would not be surprised that Shepherd could do defensively is you can blitz against a spread attack. I think the key to that is, you have to still match up man-to-man, but you can blitz. Remember, in a spread attack, there isn't a lot of protection. You lose some protection there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Shepherd begins to dial up some more pressure, because now your front 4 is not getting the pressure that you were getting in the first half, and you may have to dial up some creative blitzes, because Fournette is having a lot of time back there, and we can see he's picking apart this zone as easy as he can.
Dominic Tolson is down on the sideline, on the actually Shippensburg sideline. He looks tired though. He just looks out of breath down there. He is on one knee.
And we've talked about how ball control from Shepherd can keep a defense on the field, but you're seeing a spread offense do the same thing. You have to run around and chase these athletes, and it's hot, and it gives the same effect that we talked about that Shepherd can deliver offensively. We're seeing Shippensburg deliver it in a different manner by using their spread attack. And they're continually moving the chains. And again, this heat's starting to beat down, and we're seeing Shepherd a little bit getting winded.
Last win 7 years ago. They've lost 7 straight games to Shepherd University. The last win, September 4th, 2004, when they beat Shepherd 35-7. So this is something here. This is something that I actually expected a good game.
Yeah, definitely. And you were actually calling a potential upset here. And it was one of those things where I didn't think – my thought was it wasn't that there couldn't be. It's just that there were certain things that needed to happen. And they're starting to happen for Shippensburg for that possibility to happen. And they're making big plays. They're getting in the end zone. They're moving the chains. And their defense is well rested because of what the offense is doing.
Tolson is coming off the field now. He is jogging off the field, so maybe it was a cramp, as you said. I mean, the cramps are coming up here because of the weather.
And a possible injury note for Shippensburg, Brian Sorber, the linebacker, did come off the field and into the dressing room, so into the locker room. So not sure what his situation is, but right now he is not on the field. 1st
and 10 for the Raiders. Zulli in the shotgun, hands off to Fournette. Very good defensive play on that. Drops it for a loss by 5 yards.
And that's Tim Durant. And again, you have such a playmaker on Howard Jones on the other side. Tim Durant can sometimes get missed. And I'll tell you what, he's a sophomore, 6'2", 241 pounds. And I think he is the next big defensive lineman or defensive end that Shepherd's going to pull out.
That will close the quarter. It will close the quarter, and what a quarter it was for the Shippensburg Red Raiders as they go up 31-28. We'll be right back.
So you're looking to buy a new car, and you start to ask yourself the important questions. Who, what, where, why? You might be thinking, aren't all dealers the same? And that's where you'd be interested in knowing that Apple Valley Chevy Toyota has been your reputable hometown dealer for over 50 years. With great service, great selection, and great value, giving you the best car buying experience has always been our commitment to you. Plus, our certified automotive technicians get your vehicle serviced right the first time, every time. For all those reasons and more, see why Apple Valley Chevy Toyota is different from the rest.
Welcome back to Shippensburg University. It's Jerome Presley here with Isaac Dyer, and this is a huge turn of events here in that third quarter as the lead at the half was 28-17. Right now, we look at the scoreboard, 31-28. Total flip of everything. Shippensburg has the lead, and they're knocking on the door for more.
Yeah, they're definitely knocking on the door for more, and this is an important drive for both teams. Shippensburg wants to get some distance from this powerful Shepherd team, and for Shepherd, you want to shut the door right now if you're able to. So very, very big series right now for both teams.
Again, we mentioned this a few times. 7 straight times Shepherd has beat Shippensburg. 7 straight. In the last 14 Great Valley Classics, the Rams have won 10 of 14. So this is a real huge turn of events. The Rams are nationally ranked, so this would be an upset here.
Yeah, it definitely would be an upset, and I think the upset birds are trying to swirl around here at Seth Grove Stadium. And I tell you what, this would be a big victory for Shippensburg if they can pull this out, and a good springboard for them as they continue in their quest this year in the PSAC conference.
False start starts this drive up. So false start on the Raiders, pushes them back 5 yards. Now you're looking at second down and about a little bit longer than 14, almost 19 yards.
Right.
Second and 19.
And you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot right now. I mean, when you have a champ on the ropes like this, you definitely don't want to shoot yourself in the foot.
Zulli back. No one's open. He has to scramble. He's down to the 20-yard line. A.J. Parrish on the tackle.
Yeah, A.J. Parrish, he falls for no jukes or weaves or anything. He comes up, and he has to be one of the more solid tacklers I've seen in a long time. I mean, he breaks down in the open field, comes up, make the play. Zuli has nowhere to go.
A.J. Parrish there, I think it's probably his 9th or 10th tackle today, so he's been all over the place at that linebacker spot. 3rd down and 14 for the Raiders.
And again, you see Shepherd, they're rushing 4. The Shippensburg offensive line has actually done a very good job handling this front 4 at this moment. Zuli's having a lot of time. Big play.
Zuli's going deep, and it's broken up out there on the outside by number, looks like, I can't see that number there. He turned on me.
For Shippensburg?
No, for Shepherd. Could not see it there, but great defensive play. It looks like that might have been DeAndre Johnson, possibly.
Or Philip Roden, number 24, I believe.
Field goal attempt here to put Shippensburg up 6. And the ball is muffed. He just throws it away, gets rid of it. It's very smart play by the holder, even though he couldn't control the snap. But that was big for the special teams. Again,
yeah, that was big
for the Rams.
That was big. This was an opportunity missed for the Raiders to not come away with some points here and get at least some distance from Shepherd. And now it's Shepherd's turn. Now they have an opportunity to seize the momentum, and they are extremely good at it most of the time. This Shippensburg defense has come and risen to the occasion so far. Let's see how they do coming out on this drive.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Rams. A team that, in the offense, they've been kind of stagnant here in the second half. 1st and 10 from the 20. Bobby Cooper back in that pistol formation with Rashid behind him. And it's a timeout by Shepherd here. They want to make sure they get everything right on this drive. 14:04 here at Seth Groves Stadium, and what a game we have here.
Yeah, it's everything that it was built up to be. Started out with, a game that started out blow for blow, and then Shepherd took momentum, and halftime adjustments that Shippensburg has made has come to fruition, and you see a totally different team that has taken and seized momentum from the Rams. And now the key is going to be, can they keep this momentum going, and can this defense, who has been able to get some rest this quarter, and I think that was the difference between first quarter or the first half of the game and this half, is that the defense has not been on the field a long time. They're 3 and out, and they're getting off the field and letting the Shippensburg offense go to work.
The Rams are actually voted to finish in the top spot of the WVIAC, a conference that's currently in flux right now, as the Rams are actually going to be leaving that conference to join another conference with some other teams from the WVIAC. But they would love it if they could win this conference championship one more time. Rashid with the sweep goes around the left side and is not able to get much, and there's a flag on the play. Again, Corey Fleming has been all over the place today.
And that's what he does. I mean, he leads this defense. He's been a staple in this defense as a linebacker for years. He's carried on the rich tradition of Shippensburg, bringing linebackers here to play. And one of the things that they do, they go after players that could be considered as undersized defensive players. They're not these 6'3", 6'2", 240, 250-pound linebackers. These are when they come out of high school, they're probably 195 pounds. Get them in a weight room, get them in a conditioning program. They bulk up to between 210 and 220, and then they actually flourish in this system. And it's year after year after year they pump out these linebackers dating back before in the 80s, where they continually pump linebackers here. So it's a continued tradition, and it's a pride condition for them.
1st down. Good pass, picks up about 7 yards, about maybe 8 yards. Is going to make it 2nd down and 12. Just get a little bit at a time. It's a really, really good pass play just to get the 8 yards and make it 2nd and manageable. See if you can get a little bit more and make it 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing is you want to get that momentum back, and you want to get the excitement back. And right now you see offensive linemen just kind of moseying up to the line of scrimmage, and you're not seeing as excited as a group as they once were.
Pass right across the middle. Good catch by number 16, Justin Ford. He gets enough for the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rams.
And there would be nothing better for the Rams right now is to either establish a long drive or get a big play and really turn the tide in this game. And they can do both things. We know that.
First down for the Rams on the, looks like their own 32-yard line. Again, just starting to put it together little by little, see if they can get something going. Run on this play. No yard gain. No yard gain there as he's cocked up. And again,
Fleming.
These Fleming brothers. These guys are playing. I'm not sure what they're eating, but I need to find out what they eat. These guys are all over the field. Fleming again. It's now 2nd down and 10.
And Chase, it's interesting because Chase is built very similar to his brother. 6'1", 218 pounds, just a couple pounds off his brother. They're the same height. They're almost a mirror image of each other.
2nd down and 10 for the Rams. Play action fake. Cooper looking downfield. No one's there, so he has to throw it away. Very well defensed there by the Red Raiders. Number 89 was in the face of the quarterback, 89 Mike Schmidt.
And Chris Johnson as well at linebacker. And Chris had to be careful on that play. He could have got a flag for unnecessary roughness on a quarterback out of bounds. It was not called, but you have to be careful, especially it was obvious that Zuli was throwing that ball away. I mean, he had nowhere to go to with it. He was throwing it away, and you just have to be careful on that play.
3rd and long, 3rd and 10 for the Rams. They have not been able to get anything started here in the second half, and we are now in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 10, for Cooper to throw. He just throws it up for Larry Lowe. Incomplete pass, and once again, Avery Coleman, who's having a good game.
I tell you what, Avery Coleman is showing that he can play just as well.
And Lowe is down on the sideline there. He is down. Not sure if he fell on his arm the wrong way, but he is down, and he's almost clutching his shoulder a little bit.
And I'll tell you what, for the heat that we've had today, something good is happening. It's starting to rain, and I think for the players, this is great for them.
Punt formation now for the Rams. And he kicks it up in the air. And again, they're not really worrying about the return at all.
This could be a mistake there. I mean, you let that bounce, at least get under it. Even if you're not going to return it, get to it and fair catch that. You don't want it to bounce. Now you have the ball at your 12 as opposed to maybe getting it at the 20. And again, every yard counts here. Every yard counts.
Now it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Raiders, and they're going to be back on their own 12-yard line. The rain is starting to come down. Will this affect that spread offense that they run?
Well, it depends. I mean, I'm not sure it will. I mean, I think, number one, the field conditions are great. It's turf. It's a great drainage system here, so that's not going to be an issue per se. It's just a matter of trying to keep the ball as dry as possible.
Zuli with the fake, and then he just comes up and he gets hit again by Parrish. Parrish comes up to make the tackle. Also see Howard Jones there at the bottom of that gain of 1 yard.
I'll tell you, Parrish has been meeting Zuli at every chance, and there have been some violent collisions between the two of them. And I think Parrish, his thing is, look, when the ball is snapped and you have it and you're coming at me, I'm going to put it to you. And he's definitely doing that. But Zuli, he's showing what he has. He's an athlete. He gets right back up to continue to initiate the offense.
There's the pass right across the middle. That time they hit number 2, Barley. Barley, though, is shorter the first down by about 3 yards. Actually, that's number 1, Sheldon Mayer, with that catch.
And now, again, Shippensburg is bringing in the backup quarterback, Chris Lachey, who's coming in to run the offense. It's typically when he gets in, what we've seen from him is he gets in and then he runs the ball. So we'll see if he does that again today or right now on this play. 3rd
down and short. Pass is incomplete. They were going to Baskerville there. Lost the Baskerville, but he missed them. So it's going to be a punt formation now coming for the Red Raiders. And it always means back there to return is DJ Scott.
And I can't say that I'm necessarily a fan of that play. I mean, you take out your starting quarterback, record-setting quarterback, who's having a banner game, and then you bring in another quarterback to throw the ball. I mean, and you know, Zuli, I want Zuli throwing the ball as much as possible, as he's been in this game.
They were probably trying to catch them off a little bit here. And Red Raiders are eating a little bit of clock, just taking their time with the punt.
This is
DJ
returnable.
Scott is going to fair catch it. And I was with you there. I thought he was going to return that, but he fair catches it. Rams will start at their own 41-yard line.
So that's still a good field position for the Rams at this point. So, again, it's 10:33 left on the clock. You're only down by 3 points. There's still no panic in the Shepherd Rams right now. No panic. And right now, the Raiders have not been able to seize totally the momentum of this game. They've gotten in the position to put some more points on the board. They didn't do it. And now if you're Shepherd, you have to be in a good situation right now. You're thinking, look, we're still okay. We're still fine. There's still a lot of time, and we still have more than enough time to do some things. And Shippensburg has to seize momentum better than what they have.
It's a guy who I didn't see much. I said Kenny Williams. He does catch that out
well
of the backfield.
Cody Fleming.
Does not go anywhere, though. Cody Fleming comes up. Chris Johnson was there also. That linebacker core is playing very well.
They are. And the one thing about them, they can move very well. Like I said, slightly undersized. They're an undersized group, which is consistent with Shippensburg. They constantly have undersized linebackers, but these guys play very well. They're very strong at the point of attack. They play a lot bigger than what their size is.
2nd down and 10, and the Rams offense just has not been able to get started at all today. Actually, not today, in the second half. And I credit that to the Red Raider defense. It looks like someone jumped there, but no flag is called. And Williams comes up the gut there, goes to the outside, gains about 8 yards on that play. 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, that was a good carry. And now Shippensburg is in a situation where they have to hunker down and try to stop this drive right where it is. So you see the coaches trying to get them up right now, get them ready to try to punch Shepherd in the mouth, because chances are Shepherd's coming right at him.
Big down here for the Rams offense to try to get something started. 3rd down and 2. Rashid's in the backfield. McKenzie in there.
Whoa, Fleming, my goodness.
Blows it up, number 44.
Woo.
Cody Fleming, all-conference first-teamer, comes up, blows it up right away.
Wow, that's what you call downhill linebacking right there. Fleming shoots the gap. He's undenied. He's either going to blow up the ball carrier or blow up the lead blocker. He's blowing up someone and just shut that play right down. Slam the door on the Shepherd offense.
Cody Fleming is one of those seniors who has not beaten Shepherd University in his career. He looks like he really wants it today.
Yeah, he definitely wants it. Now the rain is coming down pretty significantly. You were talking about ball security, and this is when, can they keep these balls dry? And typically, there is no box to put them in to keep them dry. You usually have a towel that's getting wet, that's wetting the ball. So that's kind of what you have, and ball security can become an issue, because mainly these balls are going to be brand new anyway, and any player, former player, knows that a ball that's brand new with some moisture on it gets harder and harder to carry.
We're looking at it here. We have 8:42 left in the game. The Raiders are up 3 points on the 19th ranked team in the country. This would qualify as an upset here at Seth Grove Stadium in the Great Valley Classic. You're watching Invicta Sports Network. I'm Isaac Dyer here with Jerome Presley.
And I tell you, this is a hard one, because if you're a fan watching this game, as close as this is, the rain is coming down, but this is such a good game. Do you truly want to leave this game?
Fournette right up the middle, again met by A.J. Parrish. Parrish has to have over double-digit tackles in this game.
Oh, absolutely. He's doing it at every stage. I mean, you're talking about he's spying the quarterback. Quarterback breaks the pocket to run. He's on that. You see the running back gets the ball. Fournette, he's on that. In the defensive secondary, some balls are getting completed. He's making plays in the secondary as well.
You're looking at a 2nd down and a long 7, looks like. 2nd down and 7. There's another run right up the middle. And again, looks like they maybe now just going to the run, try to eat enough clock to get this game over with.
Yeah, I mean, they're eating clock, and you have to still get yardage, though. Right now, they were pinned back, too. So definitely they gave themselves some breathing room. Wouldn't be surprised if they go to the air on this play.
Third down and 5. 3rd and 5. Again, Fournette's back in the game, and I would expect him to probably touch the ball here on this play. 3rd and 5. There's the shotgun, goes away, and there's the shovel pass, but he's met right there in the backfield. Shovel pass there, and I knew he was going to get that ball, but number 3, Dominic Dixon, comes up, makes the stick, forces the Raiders to punt.
Yeah, Dixon reads that very well. They actually were trying to set that up early in the 3rd quarter, and I think there was a penalty that stopped it, so we didn't see it again until just now. But Shepard read that. They played it very well.
Punting again, and Shepard's offense has gotten enough chances to get started. They just can't get started.
Yeah, and let's give credit to where it's due. I mean, the Shippensburg defense has really played extremely well, probably the best football that we've seen defensively out of them against Shepard in a long time. They barely get that punt off, but they do, which is a good thing for them.
And there's the ball. It's loose.
Wow.
Ball goes loose off the chest of DJ Scott, and let's see who comes up with it. Scrum at the end of the pile.
Shippensburg has it.
And Shippensburg is going to take over.
Another second muff punt.
Turnover.
The second muff punt. And now, I mean, can Shippensburg do anything with this? Just misjudgment all the way by number 4, DJ Scott. Just cannot get under it. And the ball just goes right through his hands. And now Shippensburg has another opportunity with 6:33 left in the game to put some more points on the board and maybe even extend this. And we're seeing those upset birds are starting to flock if you're a Shippensburg fan and Shippensburg player. And I mean, I'm not saying that Shepard is in panic mode, but concern mode is starting to go up now.
Concern, definitely. No panic yet.
Because you think about it, this half, offensively, they've done next to nothing against this Shippensburg defense.
But they still have that defense on the field. Fournette with the ball. Good gain there, 6 yards on 1st down. Down Dominic Dixon down at the bottom of that pile coming up with the tackle. But a 6-yard gain for Fournette.
And let's talk about Fournette. He's a senior. He's 5'9", compact, 196 pounds. He is a very put-together athlete. I mean, I tell you what, he can run the ball very effectively. So riding with him is not a bad thing.
Again, Fournette, he does everything. That time, no gain on that play. Parrish is there, and Parrish is down. And that would be really, that would be a hurt. That really would hurt if he's down for the game.
Yeah, he's had an exceptional game up to this point. So definitely, if he's down, that's definitely a concern.
A.J. Parrish was able to run off the field there, so he seems to be okay. 3rd down and 4 for the Raiders. Big down, and Fournette's not in the game, so it's not going to him. Zulli drops back to pass. This is big. Has nowhere to go, and there is a big-time flag.
Yeah, and we talked about safety. A defenseless receiver, safety call there. I mean, and again, this ball was clearly overthrown. Harold had no chance of getting it, and he gets laid out. So I'm not surprised by that play. Again, player safety in football across the nation has cranked up. So this is something you cannot do. 5 years ago, you would have got away with that play. And that's one of those intimidation plays, but you can't do that anymore. In the pros, you get fined for that, and you can possibly get ejected. So it's a 1st down. It keeps the drive alive for Shippensburg on a play that was clearly dead. It would have forced Shippensburg to punt. It's clearly dead.
That's on Keon Robinson, who really hasn't had that great of a return. He did have a muff punt, did a turnover there. And that's a big mistake.
And it's unfortunate for Keon because we've seen him play lights out for years. I mean, he's a great player. It's just that there's several plays like this that Shepard has had where they have made some very questionable calls that 5 years ago would have been okay, but with the rules now with safety, it's not okay anymore. So refs aren't going to just let you blow up players anymore that are defenseless.
There it is, Fournette again. 18 is actually Zulli, so I got faked out of my eyes there. Zulli had the ball, and he gets about 5 yards on the gain. Fournette, though, is in the game, and you got to think Fournette's going to be the central part of everything. He's another senior who has never beaten Shippensburg, and never beaten Shepherd, and they're 5-28 away.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be a focal point of this game at this point. You want to get the ball in the hands of a guy that can kill some clock, and I think he's one that can definitely do it. He's very durable for his size, and right now it's 4:56. You have the lead, and you have the momentum right now.
Again, another fake to Fournette. We're all looking at Fournette, but Zuli keeps it, and he's right at the first down marker.
Yeah, again, playmaker Zuli is one of your top athletes as the quarterback. Fake to Fournette, defense goes that way. He takes it right up the gut. He's doing very well. I mean, he's definitely having a very physical game. I mean, I'll tell you what, he's going to be in ice probably after this game with the physicality that he's taking, but he's showing you that he can take it, and that's a good thing for Shippensburg Red Raiders today.
This is a big measurement, but we're going to take a look at some big hits that you like to call
the hit parade. And I'll tell you what, Zuli, he ducks his head down as the quarterback, and, you can't do that. And, you got guys getting hit all over the place. Coming up, pass goes in the flat, boom. Dang. Ooh, tight end gets upended, big play. And then you got the, quarterback gets hit, and that was legal, you know what I mean? That was a great shot right there. And then, oh, man, Cody Fleming just reads it and blows up the play as one of the better linebackers. So that's the Invicta Sports hit parade for today, and all the hits were clean on the hit parade, and that's what we're going to be preaching throughout the year: clean hits on the hit parade. Big
first down there. Fournette gets the call again, and he gains almost 6 yards there on that play.
Oh, that was a good carry. That was a middle trap, reminiscent of the wing T traps that Ship used to run. So they kind of sprinkled a little bit of that in there, and that's exactly what it looked like, one of the wing T middle traps. That's very hard to see who has the ball, and before you know it, 6 yards into your defense, the ball carrier is.
4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left, and again, the Raiders are knocking on the door once again. They have a 3-point lead with 4 left in the fourth quarter. Zuli back to take the snap. It gives it to Herod this time. Herod's not able to get anywhere, and up there back in the game is A.J. Parrish. Makes the first hit on it. And then number 10, DeAndre Johnson, comes up. Also down at the end of that, at the bottom of the pile, is the big guy, 96 Mike Franklin.
Right, and what you're starting to see is Shepherd is starting to use their timeouts at this period because they want to keep some time on the clock so that they can get the ball back, which is a very smart thing to do. Shippensburg right now wants to take up the clock, but also continue to move the ball downfield. And it's going to be extremely important for them to put some points on the board right now to get some distance from this Shepherd team. You got the clock on your side. Your defense has played lights out this quarter, this half. And now you have a chance to slam the door on the number 9 ranked team in the nation right now. So this is an important series to cap off for the Red Raiders, and an opportunity to possibly get an upset at home against the Shepherd Rams.
What we're looking at now is 3rd and 3. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left. Your score is correct. Shippensburg is up 31-28. 3rd and 3. Big down here for the defense for the Rams. Because if they can hold them here to maybe to a field goal, they'll only be down 6.
Well, and the field goal is not guaranteed. As we know that the special teams, especially their field goal block units, they do very well. So a field goal is not guaranteed, and we know that they can block the kicks.
3rd and 3. Zuli back. He's got Harmon wide open. Touchdown. Touchdown, Harmon.
Wow, that was a beautiful catch.
And
Great
there is
hands.
a flag on the field, though. There is a flag on the field, so let's see what that is.
Who's against.
Defense, on the defense.
Wow, that was a big play for the Raiders, and that touchdown stays. This was just, I'm talking about great hands, pitch and catch. Zuli puts the ball only where the receiver can get it, and that's just a beautiful ball brought in by Harmon. Great hands, and that's how you teach it. You go up and get that ball at the highest point. Harmon goes up and grabs that ball undenied. Touchdown, Raiders. They secure the lead, and now they're up 10 with 3:35 left.
We'll be right back.
dealerships that lead the market bring their new car trades to Mason-Dixon Auto Auction in Greencastle, Pennsylvania. When these top dealers are overstocked with new car trades, they sacrifice them at Mason-Dixon Public Auto Auction, where you can come, bid, and buy at tremendous savings every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. The 2006 Hummer selling for over $6,300 below book value, or the sleek 2005 Pontiac Sunfire sold at a savings of $4,380. Mason-Dixon Auto Auction, exit 3 off I-81 in Greencastle, Pennsylvania.
When you're thinking about buying a diamond, how do you know whether or not you're getting the best, most beautiful diamond for your money? Bechtel Jewelers travels overseas to the world's diamond cutting center in Antwerp, Belgium.
Hi, I'm Dave from Bechtel Jewelers. Buying diamonds directly from the cutter gives me the ability to handpick from some of the world's best diamond inventories.
You can be confident that you're getting the very best diamond for your money at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
Welcome back to the madhouse known as Seth Grove Stadium, as the fans here are going crazy. Zach Zulli just passed with that touchdown a career high. He has 392 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah, he's having a lights-out game, and his second half has been absolutely amazing. His first half was very inconsistent with, big plays but not really sustained drives. That's the one thing that Shippensburg did in the second half, was they put together sustained long drives, and they capped it off with touchdowns and points. And I'll tell you what, right now the panic may be sitting in now.
They waved that dead. They waved the dead there, and did you see what happened there? They just let the ball go through.
That should be a touchdown.
It should be it's a live ball, and it should be a touchdown.
And they're going to talk about this because that is correct.
But you can't.
No, they're not.
Yeah, you can't talk about it. They waved it dead.
They waved it dead. So, but yeah, that's possibly, they blew it dead, and they maybe shouldn't have.
No, they really shouldn't have. That's another break for the Rams here. The Rams are down 10, 3:35 left. It's time for Cooper to make hay here, and it looks like right now timeout is going to be called by Shippensburg. Back here at Seth Grove Stadium, you'll see Cooper drop back to pass. He's going to have to make some passes here. Incomplete pass. Look at the second half here for Zach Zulli. 12 for 15, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Contrast that with Bobby Cooper, who's 6 for 13 and about 98 yards here in the second half.
Yeah,
it's a real
total flip.
That shows you the flip and what's happened here in this second half.
Yeah, it's a total flip. I mean, you saw Shippensburg. Oh wow, that right now that could have sealed the game.
In and out of the hands there for number 58, Steve Owens. He had that right in his hands.
But that's probably why Owens is not a tight end. And why he's a linebacker, man. Not every linebacker can get under that and pick that off. And that's one of those I know he wishes he had back.
Owens is a redshirt freshman from Father Judge High School in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, 2 years from now he's going to make that play. Maybe even next year.
Third down, they go to Lowe. Lowe makes one guy miss, gets enough for the first down, 12-yard gain, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, he gets out of bounds, stops the clock. It's still not a lot of time. 3:20. You're down 10 points right now, so it's not uncharacteristic for you to make big plays. But if you can, I mean, Shippensburg has to make it as difficult as possible. They're in a dime set, possible even prevent, and I don't know if they necessarily need to be in prevent at this point, but they are.
Incomplete pass, and Avery Coleman on that side has played a whale of a game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if there was someone that I would choose as the having just a banner game, it would be Coleman. He's having a lights-out game from that defensive secondary, matched up against some not superior, but great athletes, because he's showing he belongs there.
Second down and 10 for the Rams. Cooper back to pass. He throws it up, and look at it, an incomplete pass. Incomplete pass, and they are very excited.
Pass was intended for number 81, Billy Brown. That play was broken up by number 20, Tyreek Kershaw.
3rd down and 10 now. Cooper goes back to pass. He has to step up. And there he goes to number 39, who is 39, Mike Haynes. Haynes gets hit forward right at the 1st down marker, but they're going to line him up short. So it's going to be 4th down and 1 for the Rams.
And we haven't talked about Mike Haynes a lot. Haynes was a very integral part of the offense last year. And we haven't seen him much this year because I think Williams has taken over the primary role.
4th down, they got the sack. The ball is loose.
They called it a sack.
They called it a sack, and going in to get that sack and possibly sealing the game is Mike Schmidt.
Yeah, defensive line. Mike Schmidt comes off the defensive end, and he just makes an amazing play on the quarterback, gets a sack, and like you said, beats Haynes off the block and gets the sack, stopping the forward momentum, and almost caused a turnover that would have definitely sealed the game. Shippensburg is in very prime position for the upset that you called, my friend. You called it yesterday that this could be possible.
I had a feeling. First game of the year. And again, what I was saying was just your seniors. Your seniors have not beaten this team. So your seniors are tired. They're tired of losing. They are tired of losing. One of those guys, Zuli's out there, Fournette, Herod right now out there. These guys have never beaten Shepherd. And what a way to start the year to beat them. 1st and 10, 2:33 left. There's one of the seniors, Herod.
And this is what Herod does well. And when he was in the wing tee, this is what he did well. He lines up in the backfield. You get him the ball and let him do his thing. He's a very big running back in the 220 range, and this is when you can just give him the ball and let him do his stuff. And I think they can do it.
Raider fans are counting down now. At the end of this game, it's going to be 2 minutes left here soon, and they can't wait for it to go. Like Chris Berman says, tick, 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 tick. 2nd down and 5. Herod again in the backfield. Right back to the senior. He gains about 2 yards on that, so you're going to be looking at a 3rd and a long 2, probably 3. So about 3rd and 3. Maybe 2, a very 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. 1:34 left in the game.
Yeah, and this is when the doubt comes in, and you realize as the Shepherd Rams that for the first time in 8 meetings now that you were going to drop this game, and it was a tough battle. We knew it was going to be tough. And now it's how does this define the rest of your season? Can you rebound from this, go into the WVIAC and do what you typically do, or could this be the beginning of some troubles for you? Now, let's face it, you went up against a very good Shippensburg club, a Shippensburg club that is now in year 2 of Coach Majeski's system. And as you've seen from last year, they did very well, especially at the end of last year. So you're seeing a mastery of the system now. They were able to get athletes on the field, and they were able to match up a little bit with you that maybe they wouldn't have been able to do years ago. Athlete to athlete a little better than what they have before. So you're seeing a different outcome.
The Raiders were picked to finish 5th in a division.
Yeah, that may change. Now, mind you, we do know that the PSAC is a very competitive conference. I mean, and especially split East and West. And there are some teams that are going to be very, very tough throughout that schedule when you're looking at the Red Raiders schedule coming up. I mean, they have some tough teams, tough games. So it'll be interesting to see what happens throughout the season for the Red Raiders.
Who would you give today for this offensive, defensive player on each team who played very well?
Well, I think offensively for Shippensburg, you have to Zach Zuli. I mean, he's put up a record-setting performance for him. And his second half was just masterful. I think on the defensive side of the ball, I really like, Avery Coleman would be definitely the one. But I tell you what, man, Cody Fleming had just a monster game today from that linebacker position. And again, second half, he just did extremely well. For Shepherd, I think Bobby Cooper. I think Bobby Cooper had an extremely good game for him. And he basically controlled the clock, and he did everything he needed to do. And I think number 7, I can't say enough about, what Howard Jones brings to your table. I mean, he's a superior athlete, in many cases the best athlete on the field. So he had, I think, a monster game, but you could have gave that out to so many players on each team. It was an exceptional game between these two in the heat.
And it's called the victory formation. The Raiders are in the victory formation as they are going to cure what you call that 7-year itch.
Cured.
That 7-year itch is cured. The seniors have to be excited. I can see Coach Majewski down there getting hugs from his guys. As
Well,
he is extremely happy.
He is.
Extremely happy. We had a huge game here. Isaac Dyer here with Jerome Presley. Here's the upset. Shippensburg wins 38-20 here at Seth Rose Stadium.
Yes, 38-28.
38-28.
And just a great game. And I think these programs have a good opportunity to do some big things in their conferences.
Thank you for joining us here at Invicta Sports. Hopefully you'll be back next week for Shepherd as they play the American International next week. We'll have that right here at Invicta Sports. Again, thanks for joining us.